Yeah, I want to talk about this mechanism that I'm experiencing here in Ecuador. It's this mechanism of vegetation. So the moment you have good soil and you have moisture and you have a position where your soil has the objective of covering itself with vegetation, is a natural process. And we've been, as gardeners, we've been fighting this mechanism forever. And I'm starting to now understand that we're doing it completely wrong. We have to embrace this mechanism to our advantage. And I'm experiencing in the garden, wherever I have the ground completely covered, I have great growth. Everything is growing incredibly fast and incredibly strong. I have this respect now for certain weeds, and the category for those weeds are easy to remove. They don't produce a lot of seeds, so they're not seed prolific, and they're controllable. The moment I have a weed like that, it doesn't threaten me anymore as a gardener. I'm actually allowing it to take over a lot of spaces. Now, if I compared um, mulching with growing something on the surface, the growing always wins for me, and the reason being is that these plants that are growing on top of the soil, in between desirable plants, let's say, they have this real advantage of, how do I describe it? They have this real advantage of contributing to the soil health. This plant diversity, or even let's call it weed diversity, has this incredible ability to improve the soil in such a way that it's making the microorganisms and micronutrients more prolific in the soil. So, this choice between plant material versus mulch, the plants have this ability to work together incredibly well. And mulch is a separate material that is not part of that vegetation cycle. It will do a great job for you in the summer heat. So will ground cover, plant ground cover. Your soil will be protected even more intensely if your soil is completely covered. I'm going to take you through the garden and explain some things that are actually best explained with visuals, and it makes a big difference when you have this understanding of what plant material will do for the vibrancy of your garden. Having a bed covered with life has this real advantage compared to bare soil or even mulch. There is this idea of using plant height to your advantage. So let's say you have broccoli sticking through a really shallow ground cover. The ground cover will not compete with the height of the taller vegetables. It basically will, the ground covers will contribute to that energy. Your soil will be a lot healthier having it covered with green life. We have this really fortunate situation here where we're using all the weeds and all the green matter, all this life in these gardens to keep it moving forward. Our trench composting efforts are supported 70% by weeds, undesirable plants, and we bury them deep enough in our trench composting efforts that they never see the sunlight again. So it's a big process of keeping a garden alive. And one of the best mechanisms is growing immense amounts of weeds and green matter and tree matter and leaves and cuttings and dead flowers. There's so much energy in that spent material or weeded material that you can keep a garden very healthy alone with those materials. Yeah, I want to explain here what's going on. We have these marigolds here, and these are the same plants over here. Now, what happened was these plants aren't close enough together. This closeness of these marigolds makes it incredibly powerful as a plant because there's nothing showing, there's no earth showing. Um, we have some ground covers beside it. And then behind it, we have the same scenario with these lupins that we gathered from seed. They also are so tightly knit together that they grow incredibly well. I have many single lupins up in this area here. So this idea of having them growing together as the same species in groups of 5 or whatever the number may be. Here you can see I've got 3, 4 of them together, and they're not doing as well because they're not tightly knit like the ones down below. So it makes a big difference when you have this companionship. Yeah, here's a really good example of how we use our plant material itself to cover the earth completely. And it makes such a difference when you have every square millimeter covered with life. Everything responds incredibly well. And there's very little weed coverage inside here. It's very easy to weed these areas because the weeds don't really take foothold because of the competition with the plants that we want to harvest. But if you really consider this idea of covering every square millimeter of your soil, your gardening efforts are a lot easier and a lot more organized, which makes it really a lot better for the gardener to be able to concentrate on larger areas in the garden because everything is working together so well. So consider covering all your soils. Consider covering it with actual vegetation, not so much mulch. And you will see the difference very quickly on how these gardens fill in incredibly well and just take over and grow together incredibly effectively. Yeah, I want to talk about this area here. We have 3 or 4 different plants inside here, but I want to really show this. I want to really show this overgrowing of weeds. This is probably one of the best reasons not to cultivate your beds because you're activating all these seeds that are close to the surface. And this growth has the function of protecting the soil incredibly well. You have to go through here and weed it once in a while, but everything grows a lot better inside these beds. This was freshly planted, and within 2 weeks, it's completely covered with life. So that's the energy of the soil itself trying to protect itself.
In nature, plants cover the earth completely. As long as they're giving all the resources, they will cover every square inch of this planet, preventing erosion, soil degradation, and soil depletion. Areas on this planet that are covered with grasses and weeds and many different types of vegetation have a better chance of protecting the planet's surface. A green planet is the best way to prevent climate change and global warming.